Welcome back, everyone. I'm Liz Quirantes. Jim has the night off. Breaking right now at 6 o'clock, the Department of Justice is now asking a federal judge to make public grand jury testimony related to Jeffrey Epstein. This is years-old testimony made behind closed doors against the convicted sex offender. At the same time, a new lawsuit is now unfolding in Miami federal court. The president now suing the Wall Street Journal for alleged libel, according to the wire service Reuters. This is over that bombshell story about a birthday letter from Trump to Epstein back in 2003. We're working to get details of this civil complaint. But right now, we have team coverage from the nation's capital and here in Palm Beach County, where Epstein and Trump were moving in the same circles on Palm Beach Island. Our I-Team chief Mike Magnoli will look at the on-again, off-again friendship between Trump and the scandalous sex offender. But first, our Matt Galka has more on why the newspaper article is adding to the urgency as both parties are calling for more transparency.
A new report from the Wall Street Journal detailing an alleged suggestive birthday letter sent by Donald Trump to Jeffrey Epstein in 2003, years before Epstein's sex trafficking charges, has enraged the president as the Epstein story continues to dominate the national conversation. Trump allegedly signed the note, "Happy Birthday," and may every day be another wonderful secret, according to the report. The note also had a risque drawing of a woman. The president denied he wrote the note, calling it a fake, and threatened to sue the outlet and owner Rupert Murdoch. He posted Friday, "If there was a smoking gun on Epstein, why didn't the Dems, who controlled the files for 4 years and had Garland and Comey in charge, use it? Because they had nothing." The pivot to fighting the media has seemingly united some of the president's supporters who had pressured the administration to release more information on the alleged Epstein files.
He said, "I don't talk like that. I don't think like that." They're literally making things up. And he's so frustrated by it. The president is the most maligned and attacked political figure in the history of American politics.
The president said he asked his Attorney General Pam Bondi to produce pertinent grand jury testimony as the pressure on the handling of the case builds. She said she'd ask the court to unseal transcripts, but whether or not that happens is a different story. Grand jury testimony is generally kept secret.
That's kind of a large pillar of our criminal justice system, that the actions of the grand jury will be secret, so no one knows about that. There are, however, when a case is over, certainly, what's called special circumstances where the judge overseeing the case has the power to unseal those grand jury testimonies.
The grand jury testimony is just part of the release that a number of Republicans in Congress have been calling for. Kentucky Republican Thomas Massie is promising a discharge petition that would force a vote on the House floor to tell the DOJ to release the complete Epstein files. Reporting in Washington, I'm Matt Galka.
Mike Magnoli is joining us now. And Mike, you spoke with Attorney Spencer Kuvin, who represented a lot of the victims. What did he have to say about what's happening right now?
So Attorney Kuvin and I talked extensively. If anything that he told me turns out to be true, and that's a big if, I think it's going to be hard for Donald Trump to say that he didn't know what was going on with his friend Jeffrey Epstein. I want to play this for you now. Have any of the victims that you have represented done anything with Donald Trump?
No. So the victims that I represented had no direct relation to Donald Trump. What one of the victims I did represent did have a relationship to was a number of individuals in the mansion in New York, including Prince Andrew and other very notable and powerful individuals who were at the party in Manhattan and New York. In addition to that, Donald Trump was involved in the litigation that we had down here in Palm Beach on one of the cases because he was a potential witness. He negotiated away his deposition by agreeing to a private phone call to discuss other issues related to the case that we should look into at the time.
So he was never deposed?
He was never deposed. We sought after him for deposition because we knew his close relationship existed between him and Epstein. We knew that certain individuals, some of the victims were recruited out of Mar-a-Lago, and we knew that he had a very close personal relationship with Epstein around that time frame. So he definitely was somebody we wanted to talk to at the time.
When you say they were recruited out of Mar-a-Lago, how?
One of the victims was working in the bathroom, and she was actually approached by Maxwell. And then ultimately got involved in one of the massage rings that they had set up for local girls here in Palm Beach when Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell were here.
Now, Mike, President Trump has been under fire recently to explain his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. You have a little bit more information.
I do. So even if you put aside this Wall Street Journal article about that kind of raunchy birthday letter, there are other things that have raised eyebrows about this friendship over the years. Let's go to some video here. I think one of the most damaging items, something that's going to need some explanation, is a photograph that we've seen time and time again. It's this one. This is from Mar-a-Lago, the year 2000. That's Trump, Melania, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Epstein. In the early 2000s, this friendship seemed to be very warm. Trump did an interview with New York Magazine, said that he and Epstein had been friends for 15 years, called him a terrific guy, a lot of fun to be around. It's even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, many of them on the younger side. That was a direct quote in the magazine. But then in 2004, there was a falling out, apparently, over some property here in Palm Beach County. Trump was bidding on it. Epstein was also trying to get a hold of it. So things might have soured between the two and never smoothed over. But the president has not been consistent when he's been asked about this friendship. So what we're seeing now, Liz, is the pressure going to Pam Bondi to release the grand jury files and the pressure building around the president to talk more about this. He doesn't want to, and we found out just a short time ago that he's suing Rupert Murdoch, he's suing the Wall Street Journal. That's filed in Miami federal court, but he is incensed about this article, about that birthday letter. We're going to stay on top of this, and we're certainly going to have more in the days ahead, Liz.
All right.